Hello and welcome to the next video on parabolas. So in the last video, we learned formulas for parabolas opening upward or downward. In this video, we're gonna go left and right. So instead of y equals, you can see these are relations. It's gonna be x equals. So x equals a times the quantity y minus k squared plus h. Okay, so notice that y and k are always kind of next to each other, and now the h is on the outside. So this is a reversal of what we had before. So just make a careful note of that, okay? If a is greater than 0 this time, we're gonna open to the right. Okay, so this is the situation in which a is greater than 0. And that might not be obvious, so just make sure you make a note of that. If a is less than 0, we're going to open left. Okay, so this is the situation here where a is less than 0. Now my vertex is still actually hk. And so it's this h and this k. So we'll do some examples of that. And my focus, okay, is going to be a little different. In this case, the k is going to go here, and the focus point can either be to the right or to the left, depending on how it opens. So we're going to say h plus or minus p. Again, p is the distance from the focus to the parabola. Okay, again, the directrix, this time it's going to be x equals, right, because it's going to be a vertical line either to the left or to the right. And again, I'm not drawing this to scale, of the parabola. And so that's going to be h plus or minus p. The axis of symmetry is going to be sideways now, so it's going to be y equals k, because the axis of symmetry is going to go through this k value here. So things are a little backwards here when you're doing the sideways parabola, so just make a quick note of that. The other thing I do want to mention, just in case you guys want to Google this information or watch other videos, which, you know, it's perfectly fine to do. I don't understand why, but you'll see a lot of people take this equation, right? I love to write it this way. And you'll see math teachers do this. X minus h equals a times y minus k squared. I personally don't like to write it this way because it's hard for me to think about. So this is equivalent. They're just subtracting h, and you might see this if you look elsewhere and you watch other videos. Same thing over here. You know, with the parabolas that open up and down, you and I are used to using this from Algebra 2, right? Y equals, y is a function of x. But often you'll see, if you Google it, some teachers write it like this: y minus k equals a times x minus h squared. And to me, that's just more confusing because it's not what we're used to. So just making a note, if you do Google it, you might see it written in a different form. I along with many other teachers, like to write it this way because this makes more sense to me. And I even think your book does it this way, which is why I'm not a big fan of your book. So I will see you in the next video, and in the next video we'll do some numerical examples. But just take a minute and make sure that you've written everything down and have all the formulas listed so that you can refer to these at any time. And I'll pan out a little bit here. And if you'd like to pause the video and write it down, you're welcome to do that. Okay? See you in the next video.